Chapter 1: The Letter. Lagos, 2019. The city pulsed with life, cars honking, danfos screeching, and the constant hum of distant generators. In a quiet corner of Ikoyi, in a modest bookshop called the Brown Lantern, a handwritten letter was discovered inside. It donated book, a faded copy of Things Fall Apart.
The letter was signed, "To Phoebe when the time is right."
Phoebe, akin to Law, was 26, a quiet editor with a restless heart and a complicated past. She had no idea who wrote the letter, but as she read the delicate lines, her world began to shift.
Love is a beautiful art. Your company taught me that.
The words hit too close. That night, unable to sleep, she showed the letter to her best friend, Dan, a tech-savvy journalist. He ran the handwriting through an AI matching software, cross-checking databases of historical archives. What they found stunned them. The letter matched the writing of Captain John Paul, a Nigerian Air Force pilot who went missing during a covert mission in 1997, way 2 years ago. Declared dead, never found. Phoebe laughed it off until the next day, when a bouquet of yellow roses was delivered to her office with one line:
"Be free, my flower, find love again."
The exact final words from the letter. Chapter to the nightmares of Borno. The trail led north. Dan's investigation unearthed more. John Paul had been involved in a classified anti-terror mission near Borno during the early insurgency days. But whispers said he never died, that he defected, that he vanished into the shadows with secrets worth millions. Driven by obsession and something deeper she couldn't name, Phoebe took a leave of absence and flew to Borno. There, she met Aniana, a retired intelligence officer who gave her a name. Project Phoenix, a black ops program run by the military to extract informants inside Boko Haram. John Paul was their star agent, until he disappeared with a high-ranking defector's wife. She had his heart, Anna said, but he left someone behind, someone named Phoebe. Phoebe froze. Could it be her mother? Chapter 3: The Ghosts of Yesterday. Jos Plateau State, 2020. DNA test, phone calls, hidden letters. Slowly, the truth emerged. John Paul wasn't her lover. He was her father. The letter was meant for Phoebe's mother, Sarah Samuel, a promising intelligence linguist who worked with the military during the 90s. They had fallen in love during their joint assignment, something forbidden in the command. Sarah became pregnant. But before they could run, John Paul was betrayed, set up by someone within the force. Sarah never told Phoebe about him. She raised her alone in Lagos, changing her surname, shielding her from the past. Now, confronted with decades of lies, Phoebe demanded answers.
"Why didn't you tell me?"
Sarah handed her an old photograph. On the back was scrawled, "There are many thoughts I wish to remain." Chapter for the return. Kano, 2021. Dan's digging paid off. Through encrypted military channels, they learned that John Paul was alive, operating under an alias in northern Nigeria, working with Ingos to de-radicalize former child soldiers. Phoebe flew to Kano under a false name. She found him at a dusty school compound, older, grayer, haunted.
"You wrote her a letter," she said.
John Paul turned. "I wrote her many, none came back."
"I'm her daughter." Silence. Then tears. Then a long embrace that spanned 20 years of silence. Epilogue. Lagos, 2022. Phoebe published their story, My Letter to Phoebe. It went viral, praised for its courage, its truth, and its hope. Dan, who had stood by her through it all, finally confessed his feelings. And for the first time in years, Phoebe allowed herself to love without fear. John Paul was granted a presidential pardon after internal investigations proved his innocence. He retired in peace, finally reunited with Sarah, the woman he never stopped writing to.